for me, that's not what life's about. I want to live for 52 weeks of the year, not just for 4. And I think that's what we really like to try and push, is like, you don't have to live for those 4 weeks a year. You can do whatever you want to do.
Get sent 2 different things. One, books from my good friend Paolo, who interviewed me the other day. I think it's actually a book for you. It's labelled as Thomas. I think he's confused you for Tom. You can share it. Also, I got one of these from our good friends at #United. Obviously also in partnership with Football Manager. That is a cool kit, isn't it?
That is nice.
It's a great shirt. It's loud.
Not too loud though. What campaigns have you got live at the moment?
What haven't I got live, mate? We have the Football Manager campaign, which launched last week. We're into our 2nd week now. They announced that this is their best and most successful launch to date. You might have known this weekend, Black Friday, of course, Cyber Monday the week after. We've got a lot of campaigns going on that are running in that time frame. A lot of time-sensitive content as well that needs to go out and be vetted and approved ahead of schedule. A lot of clients that are kind of a bit fretting about that as well, but we're doing our best to alleviate those concerns, and we're making sure that we're getting all of the content through early and approved, make sure it's all relevant and has all the main talking points. And I feel like we're getting there. We've got a big one as well over that period, which is probably the marquee one we're working on, and they have a massive discount coming up, which I'm sure you guys will learn about later on in the week. Yeah, we're just making sure we've got all of our content ready, all of the influencers lined up for a multi-burst bit of activity over the weekend.
Have you just had a large coffee? Because that was both informative and quick.
Boys have already seen it. These boys play football every week. They're requesting from the man down the lens, Seb Carmichael Brown, who's, very kindly donated this shirt to the office, whether or not they can get a full kit and represent #United on the pitch every Thursday night.
All we want to do is replicate their success that they have, so if we're at least looking the part, we might end up playing
top of the league currently.
Do you want like socks and everything?
No, just take shirts.
We'll take just shirts.
Would you celebrate with the hashtag?
We wouldn't forget the hashtag, we never do, so...
Never would, never could.
Do you want to put a threat in there?
No.
What's happening?
It's the company photo. Climb.
2019. Can we get Matt Chasey lying like this in the front?
We could do, but nobody needs that.
There's going to be a fine for anyone not in the photo. Yeah. Okay, so no hiding.
We've got so many people, I can get insight. What do you think of Instagram? What do you think of YouTube? Do you like it as a platform? What's your favourite influencer?
Get out!
What do you think makes this place culturally so kind of strong?
The founders have genuinely built somewhere that they would want to work. Then in turn, people that have come in have then tried to replicate that. I don't think there's anyone across the business that would say they really dread coming to work.
There's actually bonds here that go beyond work, which also means you can then rely on people,
How do you think,
Is that right?
That's so right.
Are you happy coming in the morning? Tell me honestly.
I love it. Get to see this face.
What's happening here?
We're just saying, look at his face,
He's
wouldn't
very
you?
smug. What's he said?
He's high off that comment.
We've said that it's nice to wake up and come in and actually see his face.
I wake up and see his face.
Oh, because you live together, that's different.
Just writing a proposal, mate, 'cause it's my job.
How many can you do in a day?
I can do one in a day if I have to, but I'd prefer to take my time.
What's the perfect setup for an amazing proposal?
Right people doing the right part, qualified lead, sold on influence marketing already. All we have to do is tell them what we're going to do. What makes a good brief, I suppose. Manner of things.
He's like a cryptic puzzle.
He is. I get the feeling he's trying to lead you down a rabbit hole. This is an exciting proposal, to be honest. It's a company which I really, really like. We're pitching it in a couple of days. For me personally, I'd say it's the best brand in the company. I really, really want to work with them. So just make sure we get this proposal spot on, which to be honest is Jago's specialty.
I would have put you more down as like a child's toy specialist.
We've got a podcast tonight with David Speed, one of my favourite people. He is co-founder of Graffiti Life and has some very, very good advice on working and staying happy. It should be a good podcast, so check it out.
Welcome to the Goat Pod with David Speed and Adam Brazier, co-founders of Graffiti Life and the Creative Rebels podcast. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks. No, happy to be here. We're big fans of what you guys are doing. Obviously, I've been here and spoken to you guys before. I did a little lunch and learn with you guys,
and I feel like I've been here just from watching your vlog.
Yeah, we get that a lot. And you touched on something really interesting, like the glamorization or the excitement around being an entrepreneur. So why do you think it's been massively pushed in the last 2 years, 3 years, where everybody wants to be?
Yeah, I think it's Instagram. I think people can go on Instagram, look at people who are living lives that they aren't having, and think, oh, well, I want that. And I also think with the way the internet's gone, and we talk about a lot in the podcast, how in today's society, no matter what you're into, no matter what you want to do, you can make a full-time living doing that.
In the beginning, when we first started, our first business is called Graffiti Life, and when we first started that 9 years ago, we were told by everyone that we were absolutely crazy. And we watched all of our friends go into safe careers, and all of a sudden they're being compensated immediately, and we are certainly not. And so we're surviving on the bare basics. But now people see the results, and they see the chapter 20 rather than the chapter 1, and they see that, 9 years in, you've got this business, you're working for all these brands, and they think that sounds cool, I want to do that.
We're significantly happier. Like, their wages have grown every year, and our wages have grown too, but our happiness has grown and theirs has just decreased. Like, most of my friends are now miserable in what they do day to day. So my brother's the same. He works in a finance company and he doesn't enjoy his day to day, but he convinces himself that for 4 weeks of the year, I'll have a really good holiday and I'll live for that. For me, that's not what life's about. I want to live for 52 weeks of the year, not just for 4. And I think that's what we really like to try and push, is like, you don't have to live for those 4 weeks a year. You can do whatever you want to do.
Everyone in the US having a great time with their families basically shuts down in the US. So there's probably no one watching. All of you that are celebrating, have a brilliant Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, and fundamentally I just hope everyone has a great time. I'm very jealous that I can't join in.